As you can see, I have a shim there. You can't see it. It's right on the edge. And there's one, and there's all my shims. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to mark them so that I can cut them the length they should be and put them there, and then I'm going to put some silicone across the edge to hold everything in place. Okay, so we're going to mark all our shims. So I can cut them, and they will be exactly where they need to be. Okay, all my shims are marked, and now we will cut them so that they will stay exactly where they need to be. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I have, as you can see, some heavy duty scissors, and I have my silicone, which I'm going to put on my shims and put them back under there and give them time to set in place and at least hold it there until I can run my bead all the way down, all the way across the edge. But that'll be later. But for right now, I have a shim here that I need to get out. If I can catch it. Let's see, there we go. Now that did it. So now I'm going to I have another one, but you know this one goes all the way underneath. So we're going to get another one because I pushed that one underneath. So I have to get it out. There's our shim. I'm going to get silicone and paper towel. Paper towel so I can clean it off my hands. This one I know goes all the way in. Therefore, I am going to put some silicone here to hold it. Once I push it in, it'll stick to the bottom of it and to the floor. And I'm going to put a little bit up across here. Make sure it sticks to the edge of the pan. And just because, I'll do this. Not that it's needed, but doesn't hurt. So we're going to take this one, and it's going all the way in. And I'll clean that off with my finger because I'm going to put a bead down through there. Take a paper towel and get the excess off the floor. And that one will stay. These I have to cut. I have my mark. So I'm going to take my heavy duty clippers here. And I hope this works. That seemed to be working pretty good. Okay, have that one cut. Same thing. I'm going to put some across here and across here, just to hold it in place. And all these are about approximately a foot apart. That will work just fine. I am going to run another bead of silicone across there. So what it looked like what it may need to do, because I'm getting a little bit out on the edges, just put it right there and then put it in. So we're going to cut this one on our mark here. Okay, this time we're going to try a little bit different. I am going to put it on the top up here. I'm going to put this one across the top part of it, but for the bottom, I'm just going to put it here on the floor already. There we go. That'll make it a little bit neater, I think. Let's see what we're working with. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. 2 more to go. We have this one marked also. So we'll do our cutting. We'll just follow the same process. See, I'm cutting from each side so that it don't crack down the middle, because these are plastic shims. It's not the wooden ones. Okay, here we go. One little bead across the top. And I'm going to put this one on the floor. I almost put it on there again. But this one's going to go on the floor. And I take it, I put it here, and there we go. We're going to slide it in there, and that's going to hold it. Okay. We got one more to go. One more to go right here. And we're going to cut this one on our mark. Turn it around, do it from the other side. Throw this piece away. This goes in the trash. We don't need it anymore. And again, we'll go across our top here. And hey, I keep wanting to put it on there. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. This should fit right in there. We'll push it right underneath there. Make sure it goes where it's supposed to go. There. Okay. Now, I want to put a bead of silicone. I may have enough to go all the way down. I'm not sure. So, what I will try it though. I'll go from this end. Let's start over here. See how if we have enough. If not, we can always I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm going to have to put, I'm going to have to put a second bead later, but it'll help fill it in for now. I should have gotten one of the tubes, the big tubes, but I didn't. But I'll get one later. Right now this is we will do what we can and we will make it look better later. But for now, it is what it is. We just have to do the best we can. Well, that was good. I have some excess here, which I'm going to take down here and put it on the other side. Don't want to waste it. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, get it all back in there. It appears that I might have enough to do my other side and actually finish it. I didn't know how much that little tube had in it. So, we're going to go there and work on finishing that edge. I can put more now. All the way down here. Okay. Take our finger and make it look good. That's really good. I like that. That turned out pretty good, my friend. Let's do a little more here. A little more here. And there we go. That is beautiful. Okay, this is my backer board. I already measured. I have my line here. According to this, I should score it and break it, but I purchased a blade for cutting it. What we have here is Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but there we go. It's Diablo. It's a blade there for cutting through fiber cement products. Fiber cement products only. So we're going to put that in the saw, and then we're going to try it out. Okay, I am getting my blade out. Use my scissors. There's the blade. Diablo. Guess I should give you a better view of it. It's about 40 bucks plus or minus. This is a 7 1/4 inch. So we're going to put that on our saw and we're going to try it out. Okay, this will be the first time cutting backer board, Wonder Board Light. So we're going to try it with this new blade. Let's go for it. Actually, that went a lot smoother and easier than I was expecting. This blade works great. Okay, we have cut our backer board here. We measure, cut, let's see if it's going to fit. Hey, look at that. Perfect. Now I just have to screw it in. And we are well on our way. I'll screw that in and we'll get the other side. Okay, so we got our board in there and it's good. We have screws. We're going to put these guys in, drywall screws. I need to mark where my studs are so I can make sure that I am on the stud. I see the stud. I don't know where they are. I'll have to pull this out and find out where my studs are. One here. Here. I'm marking the center of the stud. That way I can try to make sure that we're getting here. There it is. There's another one. And the one in the corner here. Okay. That's where we are and that's what we're going to work with. I'm going to get something straight and mark a line all the way down where my studs are, and then I'll come back. Okay, let's put some screws in here. I'll film while I'm putting maybe one, but not all of them. There. Okay. And I'm going to do that on a few of them. I'm going to go on each stud and put in some screws. I will turn it off at this time. Okay, there are some of the screws that I put in. As you can see, I drew a line and I put 3 screws on each one down through there. And I went over the other side here. There's a screw, another screw. So I got that side put in. Now I just have this end and the other end. Okay, now we're going to take some measurements here so we can cut our other board, our other backer board. That's 32 by, and at 18 and a quarter, so 32 by 18 and a quarter. That's my measurements. This is my backer board that I'm making. I need 18 by 32. This way we have 36, so I can go 18. I'm going to go 18 by 32. Let's pull this off. We don't need that. I'm going to go 18. I'm going to mark it here at 18. 18 right there. And we'll mark it here. And next, we're going to draw a straight line across and make our cut. So now that we've made our mark, we're going to get here. I'll use my leveler. Okay, there's my mark. That's where I will be cutting. And as you can see, I have help. Okay, now we're going to make our cut. We're still using the same blade that doesn't make much dust. But what you should always do is wear glasses when you're doing this for safety. Nice, very nice cut. My next cut will be 32 inches. And do 32 inches this way. Get our measurement. We'll mark it. And draw our line. We'll be ready. I know I'm showing a lot of steps here and maybe I don't need to, but it's my first time doing it, and just in case it's your first time, you can see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Okay, let's do some cutting here. All right, and that's that. We're going to check it out and see if it fit now. Okay, what I'm going to do, I just finished cutting my backer board here, but before I put it on, I have my pencil. I need to I need to put a little mark here. I am marking the center of my stud. Because once I put the board on, I need to be able to know where my stud is. So let's see if it's going to fit. Hopefully it will. Hey, that looks pretty good. Now I just have to almost right there. What do we got here? Something is holding here. But not for long. Okay, here's our board. Now I just have to put the screws in and we'll be good. Now I have made some marks here so I can know where my center stud is. And mark is here. So I'm gonna put my marking, I'm gonna draw a line down through there so I'll know where my stud is. Then I'll put the screws in. Once I put the screws in, I'll be back. Okay, on this side, I cut the piece for that side. What I realized is here, there's no stud here. So I am going to put, I'm going to cut 2x4 and put a double 2x4 and put it in here, screw it to here, and make something for me to screw my other piece to. I've cut it already. Let's see, is it going to fit? Hey, look at that. But, oh, here, I'm going to show you guys. It fit there, but I have a problem. Here, there used to be a tub here. And now this piece is sticking out a little bit too far. So I'm going to have to cut a hole in my backer board for that piece to fit in so that it'll fit up against the studs like it's supposed to. So now I'm going to have to measure that and get my measurement. I know this is a long video, but this is my first time doing this, and a lot of you will be your first time, so you'll know that if something come up, then just do what you got to do. So I'm going to have to cut a little hole in here somewhere just for that. Okay, to find where I need to find that spot that I need where I have this. I have soap here. I'm just going to take a little bit of soap, put on my finger, and put it on that. Now when I put my board up against it, it will make a little spot on it, so I'll know exactly where I need to cut my little hole. So I made a little wet spot right there. That's where I need to do my hole, right there. And it doesn't have to come all the way out, but I may go all the way through, just to make it fit perfect. Okay, now I'm putting in some 2x4s that I put together, so I have somewhere to screw my backer board to. So I'm going to make a little small, somewhat of a stud, I guess. Now I'm just going to make it up higher so I can make sure that I have enough space. So I'm going to take my screwdriver, get up under here, pick it up, get it up high enough where I need it. That's going to be good. Actually, I probably should take it all the way up, which is what I'm sure I should do. So I will get up under here and tap it whatever I can. I don't know how good that's working, but it feels like it's going. We almost got it up where we need it. I think that should do it right there. Now we'll cut our hole in our backer board for this pipe, and from there we'll go ahead and get it screwed on. And just to make sure that it stays in place, we're going to put some drywall screws through here to hold it in place. That will hold it. I know this is a pretty long video, but it'll show you, all the things that work and didn't work. Because this is my first time, so bear with me and let's get it done. There we go, got it. Okay, I took my backer board out, and I went out and I drilled a hole in it. I used a concrete bit. So I used a concrete bit and drilled a hole because of this pipe, so let's see if it's going to work. Look at that, perfect. It fits right there. It's a beautiful thing. So now I'm just going to screw the board to it, and that'll be that. But that was great, it worked just fine. Look at that. There it is. So it comes through right there. So once I screw it in, it'll be right there, and I'll cover this with tile. Okay, it's all screwed in. There is. So now what I have to do is I'll go around the edges with concrete and some other sealant to make sure that water doesn't get behind it. That way we'll keep everything nice and dry. Okay, today I'm going to be putting silicone around the edges to get it all waterproofed in all of the corners. This is what I will be using. This is DAP 100% silicone, kitchen, bath, and plumbing. So that's the one we'll be using. And we have our silicone gun, or whatever they call it. Okay, we're going to put silicone around the edge, around the edges to seal it up, and the corners. So this is what we have here. We are going to fix her up. Let me cut my tip off. Get started. I need a pretty good bead, I think, so I'll cut it about here. So at an angle, maybe a little more. About like that. That's what we need. Okay. We already cut our tip off, so we have to open it up on the inside. I'll just put a screwdriver in, move it around, open that little hole up, and there we see it on the screwdriver. I am going to take a paper towel, clean that off. This silicone, and now we're going to turn this corner, that shaved edge, towards our wall, and we're going to be pretty liberal with it. We'll start here. Just take your time, make a nice bead across there. And I use the white one because it'll match the tub. There we go, all the way to the end. Went all the way to the end. There, clean that off. Now I use my paper towel, wipe that off my fingers. Now what I want to do to make it really nice and neat there, I guess I don't really have to do that because it's going to have tile covering this. So we're going to go around the rest of it and do the full tub. And I should make it a little neater. We'll just use our finger. We'll start here. Make it look really nice. It's nice and smooth across there. That looks great. Nice and smooth. Take some paper towel, clean your finger off, and move on to the other side. We're going to do the same thing for the full edge over there. So we'll take our silicone here and we'll start here. And we will go all the way down. We'll give it a nice bead. We'll just go the full length and make sure that we get all of it. And we'll take our finger and go down through there after we finish to make sure that we get a really nice, get it filled in and make it look nice at the same time. You don't want to rush, you want to make sure you get all of the cracks filled in. Let's do the whole thing. Okay, once you do that, you want to make it look really nice. So again, we're going to take our finger and go down the edge. We'll get some paper towel to take it off our finger. So we'll start here. And we want to make sure we get the whole thing all the way down. We'll take our paper towel here, clean off our finger, and let's get a little bit there. I think maybe I should put a little more over on one side. Personally, I just feel that I didn't quite give it enough. So, yes, to make sure, we will, don't skimp on the silicone. You don't want any leaks. Much better. Take our towel, clean our finger off. That side's done. Now we have our other edge over here, and then we're going to do the corners. Okay, now we're at our last end of it here. Let's go across here. We're going to give it silicone all the way. All the way across. See, don't worry about if it doesn't look too good at first, but once you run your finger across, it'll look professional. And you can say you're a professional siliconer. Okay, that's that edge. So now, again, I'm going to use my finger and go across there to make it nice. It goes here. I want to put a little more here. Oh, that is much better. I'll go here all the way across. Make sure it's sealed up really well. And there we have the bottom. The bottom is completed. Okay, now we want to put silicone in the corner. I'll just start from the bottom up, I think. And I'll fill it in all the way. Much better to use quite a bit of silicone than to have to come back and try to do something later because it was leaking. So we don't want it to leak. We're going to make sure it's all filled in. Now, again, we take our finger. We're going to take our finger and go up through here. All the way up. And again, you get your paper towel. Bam, there it is. Clean that off your fingers. And we'll go to the other corner. Okay, we're going to do this other corner here. I don't know if we still have enough silicone in here for that, but I think we'll have to make a... I may have to put in more later. I'll do what I can now. We'll fill it in much as we can. Now that's going to take quite a bit. It's going in the hole, but it's a big, not as, the wall wasn't as square as it should be, so when I cut the backer board, it didn't come out as square as I would have preferred it. But you just do what you got to do. If you need more silicone, then by all means. Let's see what we have here. Make sure it's filled in everywhere. That's the main important thing. If you get that, you get your corners filled in. See, there's a spot there. I need to give it a little bit more in there. We're gonna make it work. Oh, there's another spot. We got a few spots we got to fill in. And we will fill in everywhere we need to. Because we do not want it to leak. think we just about got it, but I still have some silicone, so I'm going to put some on there and see what we're working with, just to make sure. I don't want any problems. And that looks really good from here, so I think we got it. That should do it. Doesn't look as pretty as the other side, but it works just as well. So now we let it dry or cure. Okay, there is what we just completed around the edges, all the way to the corner, all the way down the other end, and all the way out to here. Now we also did the corners. That one looked pretty good. The other corner over here doesn't look as nice, but it had a bigger hole, but the silicone's got it covered. So I see a little spot at the top, almost look like a hole, but it's actually the screw that's in the wall. So everything's covered up. We just have to let it set and do its thing. Okay, now I just finished putting silicone down, but I have a crack here, which I'm going to use the pink spackle to fix the drywall, and I will be covering everything up later, but right now that it will be the fix for this one. Gotta make sure I get it off in the crack here to fill it in. But that's what we gotta do. Get it off in the crack there. Fill it in. Fill it in. Then it'll be good as new after a while. Once it dries, the pink will turn white, and so we'll know that it's dry at that point. And that's how we'll know. Once that pink part, let's put some on here and doesn't have to be perfect yet. It's going to, once it turns white, we'll sand it a little bit, get it all nice and smooth, and everything will get painted over at some point. And once it gets all painted over, you won't even know it had a crack there. That's actually looking pretty good. I guess I got to do some painting and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and sand it, make it look good. I see a little dip. The wall is not level right here. I'm going to put some here. That's not exactly level, so I'm going to level it off a little bit. And that is what I call completed for today. Almost. Let's get that little bit off. there's going to be tile covering all of this. There'll be tile covering most of it, so you won't really see it. It'll be all covered with tile. Everything will get painted and textured. It'll be good. I think that'll hold us right there. Okay, what we have here is our mosaic tiles. And this is a tile cutter for these guys. It raises up, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but it get close enough here. Up under here it has a blade to score. It has a blade underneath here to score the mosaic, and we have this little, it's got an angle to it, as you can, well, let's see if you can see it here. And then when you press down, it will press down on each side of it, and it should make a really nice smooth cut. So we're going to try that and see what happens. This is my first time, so let's do it.